In the quiet of her blue house in Coyoacán, Frida Kahlo sat in front of a half-finished canvas. The afternoon light filtered through the window, casting warm shadows across the room. Yet her eyes were not on the painting. They were on a letter. It had arrived anonymously that morning, a small envelope sealed in red wax. The handwriting on it was elegant, almost old-fashioned. Inside, a single sentence: "Not all wounds are visible, and not all strokes are yours." Frida was no stranger to cryptic messages. Her life had been full of paradoxes: pain and passion, love and betrayal, stillness and fire. But this was different. She flipped the note over. In the bottom corner, barely visible, was a tiny sketch of a monkey, just like the one that appeared in one of her earliest self-portraits. A chill ran down her spine. The sketch matched a painting she believed was lost, a piece she had painted in her 20s, but had never shown anyone, not even Diego. She had always thought she destroyed it in a fit of despair during one of her many hospital stays. Had she been wrong? Later that evening, Frida returned to her archive room. The scent of oil paint and turpentine still lingered. She opened a chest she hadn't touched in years, filled with old journals, photographs, and half-used tubes of color. And there it was. Tucked between two sketchbooks was a small canvas wrapped in cloth. Her hands trembled as she unwrapped it. The painting was unmistakably hers, her younger self staring back with a piercing gaze. But something was different. There was a new brushstroke, a bold red streak across the heart. She hadn't painted that. She was sure of it. Frida stared at it, heart pounding. Was it possible someone had altered her work? Or had she done it and forgotten? The line from the letter echoed again in her mind. She remembered those months vividly. Nights filled with painkillers, dreams tangled with hallucinations. She had been painting in fragments, waking to find colors she didn't remember mixing, shapes she didn't recall forming. Was this a moment of forgotten genius, or a quiet collaboration with someone who knew her too well? In the following weeks, Frida began investigating. She reached out to an old friend from art school who remembered seeing a similar painting at a private exhibit in the 1930s in Paris. A mysterious collector had showcased it as anonymous Mexican self-portraiture. Could it be the same? Driven by curiosity, Frida tracked down the collector, an aging French woman named Claudine, who had once lived in Mexico City. Claudine revealed she had found the piece discarded near a hospital where Frida was treated. It had called to her, she said, but it was incomplete. She admitted to adding the red stroke, not to claim authorship, but to heal a visible absence. Frida didn't speak for a moment, and then she smiled. Perhaps the painting wasn't entirely hers. Perhaps no art ever is. Every piece we create carries echoes of others, of hands that held us, eyes that saw us, hearts that tried to understand. Frida hung the painting above her bed, red stroke and all, not as a reminder of what was lost, but of what was found, in between the pain, the silence, and the stories unfinished.